Today's horoscope, Taurus September 16th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Healing techniques for both mind and body can be a strong draw today. You can easily intuit what others truly want or what their motives are, particularly on the job. Comfort foods and activities can be a strong desire as well. While your heart seems to be with your ambitions and goals today, you're also on board with finding ways to enjoy yourself. Fortunately, it's a powerful day for focusing and concentrating, so take advantage. You might even feel pleasantly committed to a person, hobby, or creative pursuit. Going all in is more enjoyable and satisfying than usual. You're also expressing yourself with more authority and personal presence now. The world will be filled with magic, beauty, and glory today. In fact, this could be one of your favorite periods of the year. Your planetary ruler, sweet Venus, the goddess of love and relationships, will dance with the giver of miracles and blessings, Jupiter. You may have a sudden hunch or an emotional instinct about improving your personal and romantic life today, so listen to it and follow your heart. This is a fantastic time to get close to your one and only or to set up a date with someone who catches your eye. A conversation could motivate subconscious change. There might be an aggravating moment that changes the way you see work, as Mars in Cancer squares the North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra. You and a co-worker could have a tense discussion. A client or supervisor could also say something annoying to you. Regardless of the exchange, it might be enough for you to make a mental switch. You may feel differently about work on a subconscious level following today. Use this energy to change your work life positively. Walking is probably the most underrated exercise because it doesn't require much exertion, and people do it every day. But how much do you actually do it? Do you walk instead of taking the bus whenever possible? Do you think 8 to 10 blocks is too far to walk? There are serious health benefits from walking. It tones your entire body. You can do deep breathing exercises at the same time, and the body naturally aligns itself when you walk with a straight back and an extended chest. Here is a day that will be particularly open and favor activities touching on communication and creativity. The way you express yourself will be of utmost importance. Don't forget that words always have a fundamental impact. Make projects for the future because this would be a particularly good period for it. Outside of having some words with those close to you, things should be constructive in your sentimental life. You are coming into a phase of peace and optimism. Take advantage of this and stop torturing yourself with trivialities and making comments that are out of place. Whether it is the weekend or not, having the moon in your career sector coinciding with a favorable aspect between Venus on the job front and Jupiter concerning income provides an excellent opportunity for maximum insight. Away from the noise of the working week, yet knowing this influence will continue for days, you can ensure that your professional instincts remain sharp while staying emotionally and intuitively engaged. This alignment represents the most auspicious conditions seen in a decade for both income and job opportunities. As Mercury is spending his first weekend back in your romantic sector and as the Sun prepares to move into his final week here tomorrow, they are both benefiting from the Moon's transit through an adventurous part of your chart over the last few days. Having connected with both before leaving yesterday and to Pluto, for the first time since returning to an adventurous part of your chart, this has brought the spirit of romance, adventure, and nostalgia together. Daily Planetary Overview. Have you ever found yourself second-guessing a decision you once felt so sure about? It's natural to feel confident in your choices initially, especially when everything seems to line up perfectly. You can envision the path ahead, whether it's in a relationship, career, or a personal goal, and it feels right in the moment. But then, as time goes on, doubt creeps in, and you begin to overthink. Did I really make the right decision? Is this the right direction for me? This tug-of-war between certainty and uncertainty is something many of us experience, especially when Mars in Cancer squares the South Node of Karma and the North Node of Fate. It's a moment where you might feel unsure about your choices, wondering if they will lead you to where you need to be. But here's the thing, life is full of unknowns, and sometimes, you simply won't know where your decisions will take you until you see how everything unfolds. It's okay to feel unsure. It's part of the process of growth and discovery. Have you ever looked back at a situation where you were uncertain, only to realize later that it all worked out in a way you couldn't have anticipated? Trust that this could be one of those moments. Allow yourself the grace to let the future reveal itself in its own time. However, it's important to remember that you can't force things to happen before they're ready. Sometimes we want something so badly that we push too hard, only to find that it doesn't fulfill us the way we thought it would. If you've been chasing something that doesn't quite align with your needs, today is a reminder to pause and reassess. Is it really what you want, or are you clinging to it out of habit or fear of change? Give yourself permission to let go of things that aren't serving you, and you might find that new, more meaningful opportunities come your way. Speaking of new opportunities, you're likely to be surrounded by fresh ideas and unconventional proposals. It's as if the universe is throwing open a door and saying, "Look at all these possibilities." Even if the old methods or familiar paths have worked for you in the past, it's a good idea to keep your options open. People around you may offer perspectives you hadn't considered before, and those insights could help you see things in a completely new light. Have you ever had someone point out a connection or possibility that you'd overlooked, only for it to completely shift your approach? That's the kind of energy you're working with today. Stay open, because what seems unconventional might just be the key to unlocking something amazing. On the financial front, things are looking bright. You've got a sharp sense of how to negotiate and make the most of your resources. Have you noticed how lately you've been able to turn even small opportunities into something bigger? Today, more doors may open, especially when it comes to making new contacts. These new relationships could prove to be valuable down the road, so take the time to nurture them. Trust your instincts when it comes to finances. If something doesn't feel right, you'll know it, and you can steer clear of any potential missteps. Ultimately, today is all about finding balance. You're in a powerful position to move forward with grace and confidence, but it's also a day to reflect, reassess, and stay open to the unexpected. Have you ever been in a situation where you thought you had everything figured out, only to have a surprise opportunity or insight completely change your direction for the better? That could be today. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are there any decisions you've been second-guessing lately? How do you usually handle moments of uncertainty? Let's start a conversation and support each other through the twists and turns of life's journey. After all, we're all navigating this together, and sometimes, just knowing you're not alone in your experience can be incredibly empowering.